if we could just, let's make sure we turn off our cameras and mute. There'll be a couple times during the presentation where you will be able to actually, ask questions and unmute the presentation, okay? So if you look over in the chat box, you will see I've already put up the presentation and also my email. After this session, if you feel inclined to email me or you need additional information, please feel free to do that. All right. And Donna, did you have a question? Dr. Hawkins, my mistake.
Oh, that's all right. No, I didn't. Is my hand up?
No, I saw the mute thing go up, so.
Oh, no, I'm good. So yes, thank you everyone for being here. And I have started the recording and transcription, so that will be available for you all after we complete this session. And we'll also put it on our YouTube channel, and I'll put that in the chat box so you'll know where to go and look for it. Thank you, Dr. Powers.
Thank you, Dr. Hawkins. Welcome. Well, I'm really excited. I started out with this and I thought we're going to have no one. And now we keep adding on people, and I think it's wonderful. I'm going to break this down and just welcome Micaiah. I'm trying not to put my glasses on. Welcome. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to put up the PowerPoints. I'm going to go through some of the PowerPoints. I've got a video I want to show you to kind of overview that, and we'll have 2 stop points during the presentation for you to ask questions. But and then at the end, we'll have some time where you can talk personal individual questions about your schedule and all. I cannot answer in this forum, but I'm happy for you to give me an email, and I'm happy to go through and email you after this forum has begun. Right? So welcome. Without further ado, I'm going to share my screen. I'm going to pop in and out from some different pieces so you can watch and see the whole presentation. One of the beautiful things has been that we can now present so much better than we could even 2 years ago. So let me scroll back. I apologize for that. All right, so here's the beginning. Welcome. For all of you who don't know who I am, I'm Dr. Powers. This is part of our commitment in our department to actually really reach out to students and really discuss the importance of advising and the importance of really connecting with your faculty advisor. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Dr. Powers. I'm a faculty member and I'm an advisor. This is my 10th year at Wake Tech, and I absolutely have a love of advising. I just enjoy meeting with the students. I enjoy working with you from the start of your time here to watch your success. I can say that probably maybe 100% of students who connect with me probably are successful. It doesn't necessarily have to be in 2 years, but because it's the value and the importance of meeting somebody within your Wake Tech community that can actually offer you guidance and suggestions and recommendations. My email is here. My email is also in the chat box. Right? So today what we're going to do is we're going to focus on the planning function. One of our missions, in the next slide, we'll talk a little bit about our missions to plan, track, and achieve. And now we're talking about the planning function. We're going to look at, who is your business faculty advisor? For those of you who are still new to Wake Tech, we're going to talk a little bit about the difference between the academic advisor, the faculty advisor, who's my advisor, why they are so important, how we can help you as advisors. And then we'll get into the real heart of the presentation, which is looking at planning and registering for classes, offering you some different tips, making sure you know your registration date, which after today, November 9th is tomorrow. It should be open to everybody. And then we're going to, go through a little bit more information for you and answer questions you may have with registration. So one of the things I have found in the course of my past 10 years here is it's somewhat confusing when you start at Wake Tech. When you begin at Wake Tech, you apply and you complete your orientation, you meet with an academic advisor. And this is someone you get right at the onset of your experience. In your first semester here, you probably register for classes under the guidance of an academic advisor. Once you're here for a semester, in your second semester, and you say, I do want to major in business, and that could be the general business administration degree, it could be our HR degree, project management degree, or a marketing degree, you'll be assigned a faculty advisor in the business department. All of you should have a faculty advisor if one of the degrees in the business department is your degree. And you can identify who your faculty advisor is by logging on to self-service and going to the advising tab. If you don't have a faculty advisor, you can contact the registrar or Marnie Rhodes. She's our department head, and the list of all the faculty I'll provide for you at the end of this presentation. It's very important that you reach out to this advisor because they really are here to help you be successful. I mean, we are here to help you plan, track, and achieve. And I want to show you, it's so important that this presentation, I decided I want to actually show you this powerful paper here. It's 24 pages, but it's all this data that they have collected over all community colleges. And the thing that just stood out to me is that students who are advised are more engaged. And if you're more engaged, you're going to be more successful. And I know it sounds like I might repeat this over and over again, but I stress the importance of really getting involved with the faculty advisor in the business department, right? Because you'll find out answers to questions, you'll find out about classes, you can develop a plan, and you can actually feel like when something is going on, you have a comfort level of somebody within the college that you can talk with. Right? So your faculty advisor, so your business faculty advisor can help you identify your courses, they can evaluate your progress, we can help you create a timeline of courses in self-service. We can review your program eval, we can even find gaps or make recommendations. I'm not even sure people are aware that we sometimes even have clubs, we have internships, we have honors program. We can even direct you to career guidance, and we can offer some career guidance. Now, one thing we did talk about, and I do want to mention, is we do get a lot of emails as business faculty advisors about financial aid. And we cannot answer questions about financial aid, and you don't want us to. That's a separate function in the college. But again, at the end of this presentation, I do have a list of financial aid advisors, and I highly encourage you to talk to them or reach out to them if you get something from one of your from them that you don't quite understand. If you send us an email asking about that, we will probably just direct you to the financial aid advisor that will help serve you better. All right, so planning. So the most important thing, so when we talk in our business department, about our goals and our mission being to plan, track, and achieve, the first step is really to plan your courses. And you'll see there's a timeline where you can plan fall, spring, summer, when you want to take all your classes. If you're not sure of how you should progress, that's why you need to contact your faculty advisor. And you can plan your roadmap like for the next 2.5 years for you to be successful. And the beautiful thing about this timeline is it's not fixed, it's adaptable, and it can change. If you say you want to take English 111 in the spring semester, but you can't register until tomorrow and all the English 111 classes are full, that's okay. We can adapt and we can replan and we can change that timeline for you. Okay. A key thing I'm going to mention to you guys a couple of times, all right, is planning and registering are not the same thing. Want you to make sure that when you plan your courses, the next step is to register for your courses for the semester. And you should click on them, register them, and they should show up on your planner. And if for some reason you're not sure, you think you've registered, you are a little panicked, which is normal. You contact your faculty advisor and they can go in and we can look at your schedule. We can look up tools to see if you're successfully registered. And so that's, it's another important reason to, always have this relationship started with your faculty advisor, right? So here's a timeline. I just want you to see what it looks like. And my dog got out, sorry about that. And so just, this is just what the planning part looks like. So just take a look at this and make sure you've got this on here. But as you see, I can hit an X here. If we decide we don't want to do that this semester, we didn't get Accounting 120 in the fall, we need to take Accounting 120 now. That's the plan. Now, here are some things I just want to share with you, because in your plan, we will encourage you to take English 111 or your math as soon as possible. Right? The reason for that is not because we want to add additional stress. We know as business faculty advisors, we know that there's anxiety towards the English, there's anxiety towards the math, but it's really important to get these out of the way sooner than later, because other courses build. In the English, you can't take humanities unless you've taken English 111. You can't take English 114 or English 112 unless you've had English 111. The math, you can't take, we want you to get the math because we have other classes like accounting 120, accounting 121, business math, which is not the same as math 110 or 143, and econ. And some of these courses have some math-based, some math problems in them. And the sooner you start taking the math, the better your confidence level will be. The sooner you take the English, the more comfortable you will get in writing. And a lot of, some of our requirements are we do really have to have strong writing skills. So it's important to take these courses. It's also important to get a C or better in those courses. You will not be able to enroll in humanities or English 114 or 112 unless you have gotten a C or better in English 111. So that's important fact number one. Okay. The other thing is set up an appointment with your advisor. Go online and email them and say you'd like to just have a Teams check-in, and they'll send you a message and set up a time with you. Look at your self-service progress regularly. It'll show your degree completion. Develop a plan, a timeline. Okay, keep and knowing it can change. And if you've taken other courses at Wake Tech, sometimes we'll have students that were in the college transfer program and they decided that maybe that's not what they want to do anymore. They now want to be in the business degree. Make sure you talk with your faculty advisor, because you may have taken courses in the college transfer program that we might be able to use for classes in our degree. Sometimes we have students, maybe you started at East Carolina or you started at UNC Greensboro and you decided that wasn't the right place for you, it wasn't the right fit. So now you're at Wake Tech. There may be classes you took at those colleges that we can use some of those classes to help you get a good transfer eval, and then help for you to actually make these courses count for classes that you're taking here at Wake Tech. It's not a perfect system, we can't guarantee it, but we can always check on it. Okay. So I want to pause now. I'm going to come back to the chat, and if you guys have questions on just the advising role, I'd like to answer any of those before we go into the really exciting part, which is going to be how to register. So any questions here at this point? I'll just stop for a few minutes. Do all of you know who your advisor is? You can just do a thumbs up if you do. Keisha?
I have a question. I took the, I think it's ACH 122 or ACA. It's okay, which is a very, very good class. And in that class, I had to create a timeline of exactly what we're talking about. Mm-hmm. I have been meaning to share that timeline with my advisors. Is that something that would be helpful? Or should I be doing that? Or
are you in the business degree now, or are you still in college transfer?
Yes.
So
I'm in college transfer.
You're in college transfer. You should be able to talk to an academic advisor and go through it with them. Because you're in college transfer, our business faculty might not be able to answer all your questions, and I would hate to answer them the wrong way. But okay. You can go to academic advising, and that's a really good question. Okay. And do you know how to go there and set up a virtual appointment?
Yes, I can do that.
Yeah, I highly recommend talking with them, because they know things about the college transfer program that maybe I don't know. Like, if you want to go to state, you might have to take this math instead of this math. And
right.
But I highly encourage you to, and have them review your timeline, with you, because the one thing you don't want to end up is thinking you're going to graduate in the spring and then find out you have this one class outstanding. So I would definitely.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah, I highly encourage you. Thank you. Good question, though. All right, so I'm sorry, poor dog. All right, so to get your advisor, so if you're in the business degree, you need to log on to self-service. And when you're in self-service, one of the things that you can do is you should be able to see your faculty or your business faculty advisor underneath advising. And I would do as soon as we finish here today, sit down and go on there. And if you don't, working at home, just shoot me a quick email and I can go online and find out who your advisor is for you and let you know. And then you can reach out to them. You really do want to contact your advisors. Okay. So, and if you go back up in the chat box, you'll see my email up there right underneath the PowerPoints. I would think that would be just instrumental to your success here. Right. Other questions? So you guys all know. So at the end of the day today, all of you are going to know who your faculty advisor is? All right, so let's go back and let's look at the next process, planning and registering. Over the course of my time here, I'm going to share with you some different tips of things that I have learned just from students and that faculty have shared with us. You know how to go to Wake Tech. So let me go back and reshare here. All right, here we go. So one of the things that is important is when you go on, if you don't know how, I'm assume that all of you know how to go to self-service and how to log into self-service at this point. I'm also going to assume that you can go to, you know how to go to student services. If you're not sure of your registration date, which if you can go back and look now, and it's everybody is free to register tomorrow. So you go to priority dates. Are you all familiar with the fact that we register here at Wake Tech based on your hours? So just keep that in the back of your mind while I go through the second half of this presentation here. And as always, feel free if you have a question to type it in the chat box and I'll address them in the next pause time. All right, so you go to student service, you select student planning, okay? You go to plan and schedule and select the upcoming term by using the arrows under the schedule tab. You should see your registration date and time in the blue box below the term. If you don't see that, and by tomorrow it's not going to be as big of an issue as it was the first time we did this presentation, but you want to go in and plan your courses. And if you don't see a date, call or email the registrar. But my gut says by tomorrow you should be able to register because that's when pretty much it's open to most students. Right? So if you've done it right, and the ideal would be, you know, you're in your second semester at Wake Tech, you contact your business faculty advisor, you've gotten to know that faculty advisor, fall 2022 registration, summer 2022 registration comes up, you send an email to your advisor and you plan your courses. What do I want to take? You know, I'll see students who say, I want to take 12 hours in the summer, which I always say that's a heavy duty schedule for the summer, but you plan, okay? So you get all the courses planned, you find your registration date, and then select the courses you want to take for the next semester, okay? Always have backup choices in case your classes are full. You know, maybe you want to take English 114, but it's full, so instead you're going to have to take Business 125. Kind of have backups just in case. Always make sure when you register, and it's not as big of an issue prior to classes starting, but it becomes an issue once classes start. So I tell everybody when you're registering, always add the course and drop the course kind of at the same time, add, then drop. When, you know, if you sign up for a class and you sign up for English, you know, you think you're doing English 114 and you actually signed up for English 231, that's not on your degree program. Yes, just drop that course completely out and go back and register for the correct course. But if you are in maybe English 114 and maybe Business 260 and Math 143, and you start to think this might be more than I can handle when the semester has begun, then add the course and drop the course during the drop add period, but always add and drop first so you don't get charged twice, right? Just a kind of a thing to make sure. And I tell people sometimes if you're not sure, contact your advisor. Again, another reason, contact your faculty advisor. All right, so now I'm going to show you this video on registration. It's about 7 minutes long. It's something the college created. I can't go on and do anything in real time because I don't want to violate anyone's confidentiality due to FERPA, but it's a really good overview of how to register for courses.
To register for classes,
Let me know if you
first
can't
go
hear
to
it.
waketech.edu, and in the upper right-hand corner, select Logins, and then Self-Service. Next, log in with your Wake Tech email and password. That will bring you to the Self-Service portal. Choose the Student Planning tab. If you already know what courses you need to register for, you can proceed to Go to Plan and Schedule. If you're not exactly sure, select Go to My Progress. This will bring up your current and active programs of study. Scroll down to find a list of program requirements. You'll see different statuses here. In progress means that you have already registered for a course and started it. Planned means that you have planned the course but not registered. And not started means that the course has not been planned or registered or started. Since we want to register for courses, we're going to find a course that we would like to register for, and then we'll click on that course here, or we can type it in the search box in the upper right-hand corner. Both of those options will bring up the specific course. To plan the course, we'll choose Add Course to Plan, and then we can select which term we would like to add it to. It can be the current term or a future term. And then click Add Course to Plan. This is for planning purposes only. To find a course for registration, we're going to select View Available Sections, and then select the term. Once we find a section that meets our availability and has open seats, we'll click Add Section to Schedule. Then review the section details. We see here that it does have seats available, and all of the dates and information works for us. So we'll select Add Section. This puts that specific section on our plan so that we can register. To register, we're going to choose the Academics tab in the upper left-hand corner, and then we'll select Student Planning, and then we'll go to Plan and Schedule. Under the Plan and Schedule tab, you'll see the current term, or you can go to Future or Previous Terms. But since we want to register for this current term, I'm going to look down and see the courses that have already been registered for, or that we have planned, or that we would like to register for. Once we find the course on our plan that we would like to register for, we'll click Register. If there are multiple courses that we would like to register for, we can select Register All. Registration is not complete until we click Register or Register All. Here we see that I successfully registered for this course, but it has not started. If this was done in error, you have the option to simply click the drop button to deregister. Next, I would like to go back to My Progress by clicking the Student Planning tab and then My Progress. Once again, we'll see the list of specific course requirements for our program. We'll see the courses that have been planned, not started, not planned, or registered. And then here we see the course that I just registered for. It shows an A10 status with a check mark and registered. To register for other specific courses that are a part of your program requirements, you can click on those and then pull the courses up again. Or you can enter a course specifically to search for, or under the Academics tab in the upper left-hand corner, you can choose Course Catalog for a broader search. Once we get to the course catalog, it defaults to the Advanced Search option. Be sure to select the term that you need to register for, and if you're searching for mini-masters, enter that specific date. You can also choose specific courses that you need to search for, as well as section numbers and course numbers, specific days of the week. You can choose specific locations or times of day. I'd like to see all courses that are available for fall second mini-semester, so I've entered that term and that start date. and then I'm going to click search. This pulls up all of the courses that are available for the second mini-semester of fall 2021. I'd like to see courses that have availability only, so under the filter results and availability, I'm going to select open sections only. Here are the courses that have availability. You can scroll over to the right and see additional information. And under the availability tab, you'll see the number of seats that are available. Once I find a course that meets my availability and that I would like to register for, I'm going to click Add, review the section details, and then click Add Section. This places that specific course and section on my plan. To register, I'm going to click the Academics tab in the upper left-hand corner again, Student Planning, and then go back to Plan and Schedule. Here's the fall schedule again with the courses that I have planned and registered for. There's the course that I just added. And to register, I'm going to click Register here or Register All. Remember that the registration process is not complete until you have successfully clicked Register. And you see a status of registered.
All right, so I'm going to come back just for a quick sec here and see if you guys have a couple questions before I go in and actually show you the rest of the presentation. And I know that was a little long, but I hope you saw there's multiple ways. When you register, one important thing is what we see as faculty advisors and what you see are somewhat different. So I really wanted you to see the plan and schedule and the Go Progress. Those are very important tools for you to use for the registration process. So let's talk just a second then. And you guys, as you're going through, just type questions in that chat box if you have any. All right, so we've gotten in, we've registered. Here are just a couple of quick tidbits. One time with registration is students here, it's time to register. After today, it won't be as big of a deal, but you can't register. Sorry about that. Check your registration date. I can't register for English 111 or math. Sometimes students need to take a co-rec with English 111, Math 110 or 143, or you need to take prior developmental courses. And contact one of us. If you contact one of us, it'll make all the difference in the world. I tried to register for a section, but it says I can't register. This is a real common problem that has occurred, and I wanted to show you guys what that means. So I pulled up here a couple of sections of courses. Sometimes students don't read the comments and they don't read the meeting information time. This has been so important, especially since the pandemic. Is we run courses that could be online, that could be done through Teams, a hybrid section, or they may meet in person. So it's very, very important that you first always read the comments. If, for example, you were trying to register for Biology 106, the restriction, it's restricted until the 19th. If you try to register for that section, you can't get that section because you will have to go to a different one. The second thing I always tell everybody is look for the times. I think one of the things that happens is we see the capital online here, and when we see the capitalized online, we can't, it doesn't mean it's all online. It means a portion of that class is online. So just keep in mind that this is a fully online class. This is a section that's online. Here, this section here is a hybrid, okay? And that means that it does have a seated meeting time, and it may be meeting somewhat in person, somewhat off campus through Teams. So I can't stress the importance of actually looking at this section here. Right. The next thing underneath that is I took English 111 this semester, and I can't get English 114 or 112. One of the reasons for that is you have to go back and make sure they will not allow you to register for English 114 until you have a C or better. So one of the challenges you may have is you may have to wait and register later for that English 114 if you want it in the spring. The other thing that can happen is you might actually have a C or D in the class, or not all of you, none of you here, but you need to make sure your grade. You can't take it unless you get a C or better. And English 111, it is not a waiverable. They will not give you an override if you do not have a C or better. The other thing is you all of a sudden offhandedly you're talking this to me, and I've had this happen a lot. Students will say, well, I took Math 171 at Durham Tech. And I'm like, well, did you send your transcript over for the college? Because if you did, then we can do a course substitution. And so, you know, it's important to make sure that, you know, if you've had other courses, that you make sure you go in and you look for those other, you talk to your faculty advisor for that. All right. Some other things here. Well, one last piece I wanted to show all of you was the English 114, the Math 171. If you take a course, if you don't do what's called a transfer eval, so one of the things that happens is if you took a class at Durham and you got your transcript sent and you had Math 171, it might come in and show as a transfer course, but you have one more step when you are in our business degree to meet with your faculty advisor to get that math to count for a Math 110 or 143 required in our degree, right? All right, so that kind of takes care of most of the questions. Do you guys have any questions that I'm going to come back here because I would like to answer your questions real quick. And at the very end, I'll show you all how you can contact all the faculty. So yes, so number one, your homework. Yes, Patrick, your homework today is to figure out who your faculty advisor is. Do you guys have some questions? I can't go and look up your specifics, but if you have any general questions about registration. Have all of you registered for the spring of 2022?
I will today.
You will? Great. Yes. Good. Have the rest of you registered?
Hi, this is Pat. Haven't registered yet. Planning on doing that within the next couple days.
Okay. And what year are you? Is this your first semester?
No, I'm actually a career federal employee, so I have a degree. I just wanted to go back and take a couple more business classes for promotion.
Oh, good for you.
Yep, thank you.
And you know we have a business course certificate, right? We have different certificate programs that you can actually take courses in.
Right, I have seen that. Thank you.
Great, thank you. All right, and Micaiah, did I say that, pronounce that right? So you've got it planned. So you feel pretty good with your plan?
I have to finish some of them, and my mom's already taking classes at Wake Tech, so she'll help me.
Oh, good. That's always handy to have that with you. And then of course you have my email if you have any other additional questions.
Hey, Dr. Powers.
Yes.
Hey, I wanted to ask if there's anyone that wants to know who their business academic faculty advisor is, just let me know. So I can look it up right for you right quick. I know she gave you homework assignment, but in case you can't find the person, but I want you to do the homework. But yeah, I do want you to do the homework, but just in case.
Yeah, so, and I think,
Could you confirm mine?
Who, Cretia?
This is Cretia Morgan, yes.
So Cretia, yours does not show up. So you would have to contact an academic advisor because you're in the transfer program.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Can I look mine up as well? I'm curious as to who mine is.
Who's speaking?
Ashante.
Ashante Parchu.
Ashante. Okay, so let's see, Ashante.
And I can look up some too. Odelia, do you need to know? And Louise, you need to know? And Summer, you already know?
We need Louise's last name. I couldn't look his up.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Louise, what's your last name? Rocha, R-O-C-H-A.
Yeah, it's better to type than say it out loud.
That's fair. Okay, good.
So Ashante?
Yes.
Okay, so your advisor is Mark Monsky, M-O-N-S-K-Y.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Micaiah, McLean, and Louise Rocha.
Okay.
Louise, sorry to pronounce that correctly.
Hey, this is Pat Barber again. Am I considered a transfer student? Or what's going on, Scott?
That's a good question, Patrick. Depending on how you might be considered visiting unless you declared a degree already.
I think I am considered visiting. I've taken classes before. I took them back in 2017, so I have to do this kind of all over again. I guess.
Yeah, they're reapplying.
Okay. So any idea on my advisor, or should I look that up?
I'm looking up for you right now.
Great.
Micaiah?
Yeah, let me show you. And Barbara.
Micaiah, are you here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so your advisor is Stephanie Early, E-A-R-L-Y, Stephanie Early, Stephanie B. Early.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay. Anyone else?
Patrick, it's J is your middle initial.
Yes.
Yep, and you're interesting. I don't see an advisor, so that might be one where we have to add. And I'll do a little bit of a deeper search in a sec. But you are in the business degree.
Okay.
And one of the things you should do that might help since you already have a college degree is, well, we would probably do well to kind of reevaluate all your courses as I'm just looking at them.
Okay.
So I'll take a look at them, and Patrick, and see, because you've should have proficiency in English if you have a college degree already. You've already should have taken those as your undergraduate level. So I'll pull those up and I'll send you a separate email and see about getting you an advisor.
Great. Thanks for your help.
You're very welcome.
Dr. Powers, I don't know if you're creating a list, but Luis, he doesn't have one. So
okay, I am creating one right now.
Okay, good.
Okay,
and
so
look up Odelia. Okay, let me look you up.
Okay, and Patrick Barber. B-O-U-R. Okay. Yeah, because I would say, Patrick, probably a lot of the courses, you probably want to focus on a lot of the business courses.
That's correct. Just need a few more.
Yeah, and I'll pull them. I'll look at. I have another tool. I'll look a little more detail after we meet.
So let's see. And can you add Odelia to the list?
Oh, this is awesome, Odelia. Okay, yep, I got it. O-D-I-L-I-A Esperanza. Yes.
Right. So I will ask this too. For those who don't have one, is this your first semester?
Yes.
That's
Yes, this is mine.
Okay, because right now you need to be working with an academic advisor. Your academic advisor is the person who will help you with your first semester. You won't get a business faculty advisor until second semester. However, it should be in the system. So what we'll have to do is just check to make sure you have one already added. We can let you know who that person is. But right now, you really do need to be working with your academic advisor to get your registration and going through that process.
And I'm going to put the link.
I actually have one. I talked to him the other day. His name is Anthony.
What's his last name? Oh, you talking about the academic advisor?
Correct.
Okay, good. So so they should be, because what they do is once you get accepted into Wake Tech, you get an academic advisor, and then they will assign you a business faculty advisor.
Got it. Okay, thank you.
It's a little confusing, which is one of the reasons that we're doing this process. And here is if you need to contact. I just posted the link for academic advising. The first semester you have the academic advisors, and then in the second semester you're assigned a business advisor. One of the challenges is academic advising, you don't get a specific person, so you have to actually go to academic advising, set up a virtual appointment, meet with them, and register for classes. And then in the spring, you should then be assigned a faculty advisor. Of course, having all of your names and seeing down there, we're happy to look up and see what information we can find out for you. But make sure those of you who don't have those, you are making sure you get your classes registered for the spring semester. And if you're not sure, we're happy to help you.
And let me say that your business faculty advisor will be with you from your second semester through the duration of your program. So please contact that person for any questions, any kind of assistance, because they're there to help you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you have some other questions? If not, let me show you one last piece here, and you guys can pull this up after we're finished. At the very end of this presentation, I have a list of the contacts. And if you go, these are our faculty departments. Marnie Rhodes is our department head. Dr. Hawkins, I can't talk today, is our associate department head. And one of the things I want to make so important at this point is we have faculty on 3 different campuses, but you can contact them because of the technology due to the pandemic. It is easier, it's almost better and easier for us to reach you now. And we can set up a Teams meeting. So don't if you are always coming to North Campus and your faculty advisor you discover is on at RTP, they can still meet with you. We have so much technology now that we've all become real proficient at. And don't let that be a downside to you. Contact your advisors. And I also put up here our financial aid counselors. If you run into questions about financial aid, please contact one of them. We don't know how to guide you on financial aid, and I would just hate to tell you something and be wrong because I don't know. I really don't, and I don't want to guide you in the wrong way in that department. Because when it comes to your money, that's something you guys need to be on top of that. All right. Other questions?
Hey, I have a couple of things I'd like to add.
Okay, go ahead.
There aren't any more questions. Okay, so one of the things I want to let you all know is about some of the videos that we have already available for you all. As you're going through your program, some of the questions that students ask are, what can I do with my major? So we created a video, and that video is with it's a panel of faculty members who've worked in the field. So if you're interested in connecting your business administration degree, whether it be marketing, general business administration, human resources management, or project management, to your degree or your certificate, to careers, strategies, and employers, the video is one that's for you. And so I'm going to post the link to it in the chat room. And that way, again, you can hear from our faculty experts, and we had time for question and answer, so you have you'll hear a lot of questions and answers too. Another video that's posted there in YouTube is I'm All Business. We did it was a career spotlight with business administration that we collaborated on with career services. And what it was we had a panel of successful professionals, and they were shedding light on their careers in business administration, human resources, marketing, project management, entrepreneurship, and real estate to help our students to learn about business-related careers and discover their pathway, and also, about other questions that students had. So I'm going to also, there's a part 1 and a part 2 to those videos, and I'm going to post that in the chat room as well. And one of the things we're trying to do now is post our videos and all of our events on the student events calendar. It's called Presence. It was formerly Extra. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, but you will log into your my WakeTech login, and you would go to waketech.presence.io, and I'm going to put this in the chat room. But you can search events by either typing in business administration in the search box, or you can click on organizations and choosing student activities and then search for business administration. Currently, all of our business administration events are posted under student activities, but we're hoping to have our own web page so that it won't be confusing for students and they can just type in business administration, then all of our events will show up that way. And I will post all these links in the chat box. We do have another event that's coming up in December 1st, and it's the New Science of Learning. And that's actually Dr. Denise Barton will be leading that workshop for students. And it's just to help you to learn some learning techniques, best ways to learn in terms of helping you with their college coursework, and just some general things that you need to know. So if you have any questions, just let me know. Again, my name is Dr. Donna Hawkins, and so we look forward to having you to participate in all of our events. Thank you, Dr.
Thank you, Dr. Hawkins. Thank you all for taking time out of your day today. I know you have a lot of things you can choose to do, but we're really glad that you've chosen to log on today. I can't stress the importance of, connecting with some of us here at Wake Tech, and it will help with your success. You're welcome, Summer. You're welcome, Patrick.
I'm getting ready to post those things right now.
And you're welcome, Odelia. I hope I'm saying your name correctly. Thank you. Yeah, and I'll look up your schedules today. Make sure if you have registered, if you're not sure. But definitely contact Academic Advisor and make sure they can help you for the first semester. Yeah. Okay. And I will, there's no further questions. Thank you all so much for your time today. Thank you. All right. God.
All right, I think that was it.
That was it. Good. I'm so sorry about my dog.
Yeah, I'm gonna start recording right now. And that was great.
Well, thank you. The RV is getting in.